Hey y'all, I'm back with another YouTube video. I know I haven't posted in a couple of days. Life has been hectic. There's been lots of going on with my in my house. We just went through a holiday. So thank you for being patient. But I am back. And I'm not even gonna prolong the time. If you like my face, you like my videos, hit that like and subscribe button. And we're gonna get into this. So I left off my last story time talking about how the first night and moving in went with my roommates. And if you remember the characters, Blue was my original roommate. Tom is kind of like the miscellaneous one for right now, and then Bailey, who we have had a problem with since the jump, to be honest. And I also introduced Casey and her roommate Banana. So that's where we are right now. So last time the story took place, we were in Twerp's room for the first night drinking and whatnot. After that night, I woke up and I really didn't drink a whole lot before I got to college. Like I had like my few every once in a while, like spells of drinking, but like not to the point where like I woke up and had like a hangover. That was the first and only hangover I think I've ever had, and I'm not even sure if it was a hangover, just the fact that it was just like you just not used to drinking like that much at that time. But my body got pretty used to it pretty quickly because I drank way more than that on other nights, and I was perfectly fine the next day. But that's not here nor there. This story is gonna follow the Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of Welcome Week, because on Wednesday, my other roommates could not have a party and nobody else wanted to invite them to one, they said, "Fuck it, we're gonna throw our own party." And so they went and spent I want to say all their money on booze and fucking like beer pong and whatnot, and we just had liquor and whatnot in our room. We got so fucked up. We got so fucked up. This was the best time I ever had with them. Like, if we would have kind of stayed on that type of time, I wouldn't even have any probably YouTube channel to talk about them because we were so fucked up. It was actually really fun. So, like, it was cool. But that night, Bailey, Blue, and Tom all went out to get alcohol. When I first got to college, I was kind of like, I don't trust it because where the illegal selling liquor store is at our college, you had to pass by a police station to get there. So I was like, these motherfuckers are gonna pull us over one day. We're all gonna be in the car looking stupid, and I'm gonna have to dart. And I'm the only black kid like there, so it's like, I'm gonna have to fucking dart out this bitch. Like, run, Forrest, run, bitch. Like, whatever the fuck. But what else had happened was that they went and got the alcohol, and they started inviting like a whole bunch of people over. Now, only people I really knew at this point was Banana and Casey. Everybody else I kind of knew was kind of like, I know them, I kind of don't know them, whatever. But then they had like all their like friends from over in our room and whatnot, and a lot of people from like our actual dorm came in our room, but they they was mooching off alcohol. They was fine with giving them their alcohol, and I was like, shit, I didn't pay for it, and y'all fine with giving me some. I don't care. Fuck, share with the world. I have no place to say. Cause believe me, when I say we were fucked up, we had Tito's. We had what else we had? We had fucking tequila. We had UV Blue. I know UV Blue was not all that, but UV Blue. We had what else we had? And we had like this other type of vodka. But the thing that really fucked us all over was them tequila shots, because I know personally I took about 5 of the bitches. I know damn well I knew that's why my head hurt in the morning. I was like, what the fuck? I took 5 of these motherfucking shots. Like, I should have probably died, but I didn't. And so we just got drunk. We got drunk. Like, no, like we got fucking hammered. Okay? But then that was really fun. The only eventful thing about that night was that like one of the people there fucking tried to play a joke and like banged on the door like they were campus security. And everybody in the room tried to act like they were asleep or high or something. We are so fucking stupid. We left the alcohol out everywhere. The alcohol was fucking everywhere. My dumb ass got back. Like I was saying, my story is I live in this room. I was sleeping. I didn't know anything was going on. I had my headphones in at this point. that was gonna be my story. I was sticking to it. No matter how drunk I was sticking to that story. It was a fun night though. But that's not fully what the story time's about. This story time is about the trip to Chicago. I just have to give you backstory on this trip to Chicago because the rides there were fucking miserable because we were all mostly hungover and shit. So it was kind of crazy. But so the next morning, we got up. This was Thursday. Got on the buses and whatnot, and headed our happy asses on down to Chicago. On the bus, I was on the bus with Fender Bender. I don't know. It's her last name is kind of like that, so we're just gonna call her Fender Bender. I was on the bus with Fender Bender, and I sat next to her. But behind me was Blue. Mind you, Blue had a girlfriend. I don't know how I remember he had a girlfriend. I think she came with him when he moved in. But Blue had a girlfriend. But Blue was sitting with we're gonna call her Mix. We're gonna call her Mixie. Blue was sitting with, because she's mixed, but he was sitting with Mixie, and those two were, just like, I don't know, they were just, vibing real well and whatnot. And again, I was just like, oh, that shit's whatever. But then I'm just like, wait, he got a girlfriend. So I'm sitting here texting, Banana, Casey. What was I asked? I was talking to Fender Bender. I was talking to all of them. Like, yo, don't he got a girlfriend? Like, me personally, I'm not gonna cock block nobody or do nobody like that. But, like, I also don't fuck with cheaters because, like, that goes for boys and girls. I don't fuck with nobody that cheats on people because I don't really, like... I've never personally been cheated on, but I have seen people that have been cheated on before, and it kind of, like, destroys their fucking life. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, some of them are actually fucking destroyed afterwards. So, I was just, like, watching this, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna say nothing on this bus. I'm just gonna let it go. Like, I try to, like... intervene, kind of be like, hey, what y'all know, like, hey, how are you guys doing, blah, 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 this or that stuff. And I was just like, that's so fucking trifling. At the end of the day, I was like, that's so fucking trifling. But I kept it pushing. It was like a 5 or 6 hour drive, I think, to get there. And then we took this long ass stop at a rest stop for no reason. But the reason this is so important is because I think me having a problem with Blue kind of trickled down, even though I know he got over, I think that problem kind of trickled down on top of everything else. So we get to Chicago, we get to our hotel that we're all staying at, we had our roommate keys and whatnot. When I first got there, my roommate wasn't in my room, so I thought I didn't have a roommate. I dead ass thought that I had no roommate. I thought that there was gonna be nobody up in that room with me. I thought I was gonna stay in the room all night and whatnot. But then I get a text from, I'm gonna call him Britain because he was like a British kid. I get a text from Britain and tells me, yo, come to my room or whatever. I'm like, all right, bro, sick. I'm going to come to your room. I go there. It is the biggest gang of fucking nerds I have ever met in my entire life. Like, I can't even begin to describe these motherfuckers to you. Like, these motherfuckers were so fucking goofy. And I was really in the room. And I had, like, the most, like, fucked up face. Because, like, my emotions come off of my face. Like, I can't really hide this shit. I have a very hard time doing it. Like, I can, like, really, really, really serious situations. But if I don't want to be there, I might not say it, but I'm most definitely going to let you know I don't want to be there. Because I'm not going to talk and I'm going to look mean as fuck the entire time. But there was another guy in there. I'm just going to say his name, Nick. He was in there because I know he does not give a fuck if he's, like, on the internet or not. Like, he was in there. And me and him literally became, like, the fastest friends in the world because me and this motherfucker looked at each other and we was just looking at everybody and we just became fast fucking friends and ditched all that. We literally left their asses. We just left. We were like, nah, fuck them. They whack as fuck. Like what the fuck? Like, they are literally just not our crowd. And so Nick was kind of on my time. My time was, walking around the city. I actually bought this. I'm wearing the shirt for a reason. I bought this shirt in Chicago. Jordan 23 was good. But I bought this shit in Chicago. And so me and Nick, we were just walking around. We walked to the stores. We got some new we got some clothes. We got dinner. Me and this motherfucker took a fucking adventure around Chicago to wind up eating at the restaurant next door to the hotel. We at least walked 45 minutes to an hour away looking for somewhere that was still open because we were out at fucking 1 o'clock in the morning. We went looking for somewhere to eat at, and we wound up eating at the fucking restaurant next door to the fucking hotel. I was so pissed at that point. I was pissed and I was tired. And when I got back to my room, my fucking roommate was there, and I came back in like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh shit, I actually have a roommate. Like, wow. But that's such a sidebar story. But the reason I'm saying is because when I first got to Chicago, I was planning on, probably just hanging out with my roommates and whatnot. I remember I got a call from them when we first got there later on that night saying like, hey, come to my room and whatnot. So I went up, I went down into their room. I lived like on a floor. I lived like close to the top floor when they were kind of more at the bottom. But I went down to the room and whatnot. And Bailey, I don't care what anybody says, Bailey is racist as fuck, and I wholeheartedly believe that shit. And if he ever had a question to ask me, I would tell him he's racist as fuck. But Bailey is racist as fuck, and he's fucking stupid too. Sorry, I almost said another type of word, and he's fucking stupid too. I went to fucking talk to this kid. He tried to come vent to me because him and his other black friend, like his only one, I feel like, because we and him were never friends, got pissed at him because he said the fucking N-word with the hard R on it. Like, you expect me to side with you when you say the N-word with the hard R? Really? You thought I was gonna take your side? Like, no, I might not even be friends with your other friend like that, but we're still black, so I'm not gonna ever take your side like that. I'm not taking anybody's side because I wasn't really there, but it's just like, what the fuck, why would you say that? He claims I dropped my fucking key, so I was like, fucking N-word with the hard R. And I'm just sitting there looking confused. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have to just go. I'm like, because he's like, are you mad? I'm like, well, it's offensive as fuck. Even though I wasn't there, like, if he would have beat your ass, I wouldn't help nothing against him because I should have did the same thing. But I was like, you know what? I didn't hear it, so I'm just gonna go. And so I was there for a little while, but after I heard that, I had to really go. And I felt like after that, he just wasn't fucking with me. On top of the fact, I went down there when I first got there. I was talking to him about how Blue was cheating on his girlfriend with Mixie. I'm like, what the fuck? You cheating on your old girl with fucking Mixie? And I'm not even gonna lie, I don't really even think that Mixie was more attractive than his girlfriend. And I like mixed girls. Like, but his girlfriend, even though she was like white, was not fully my type, but as her own thing. I was more so like, why would you cheat on your girlfriend who looks better than Mixie? Like, where's the correlation? I've never understood that with people in their brain. Like, why would you cheat on somebody who looks worse than your current partner? Like, why would you cheat in general? But that's even more of a dumbass reason to cheat. But, I mean, whatever. But everything that's going on, and Bailey's like, he's like, oh yeah, no, he's doing his thing. He's being a man and whatnot. You know, the regular stupid ass nigga shit, like hyping your boy up because he cheating on his girl. Like,
who raised you niggas? Honestly, like, who raised you fucking niggas, like, to be acting like that?
But that's not none of my business. So I get up and I take my ass on out the room. So at this point, he's pissed at me because I didn't side with him about the whole N-word situation. I didn't side with him about condoning cheating. I was just not fucking with him all the way around. So I leave. So the next day, this is where I should have started noticing shit was going wrong. But I didn't think anybody would be that petty at college. I didn't think that somebody could be like that. But I learned my lesson. So we're going around Chicago and I hit them up seeing what they're doing. These motherfuckers ain't text me back, ain't doing shit. And I see them all walking around in the group and stuff. By this point, I'm going out with Nick. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Nick's not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. Let me and Nick just go and hang out and whatever. At this point, I'm going around, walking throughout Chicago with Nick. And we're having a good time and whatnot. We go to all these different places. We go to the fucking Nike store, the Foot Locker. There's like this really nice Champs there that I was like, okay, this is nice. Then we went to the Adidas store and the it was some big tower in Chicago. I forgot the name of it. It's like the Adidas store, the Oakley store. I obviously bought some from the Adidas store. He bought some from the Oakley store. We went to restaurants up in there. We just ate there. It was a cool ass. We was having a cool ass day, but upon us walking out of the mall or whatever, we saw my roommates in a whole big group and whatnot. I say hi to them. Banana and Casey come up saying, "Hey, what's going on?" Blah 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 to that. Blue, Tom, and Bailey didn't say shit. Bailey scoffed at me. I was like, "Who the fuck are you scoffing at?" Fuck. But I go talk to him. I'm just like, "Hey y'all, whatever." Blah blah to that. And there's just nothing being said. So I'm like this. Oh well, whatever. They're probably tired or whatever. I don't give a fuck. So then we keep going out throughout the day. Me and Nick are chilling together and whatnot. And then we get to the Bean in Chicago. Everybody went to the Bean to take a picture. It was like the big thing. We took like a big class group picture, I think, at the Bean. And everybody was, at the Bean take a picture with their friends and whatnot. And just have fun. But at the Bean, everybody was just having a good time. I saw my roommates again. I'm actually trying to look up the picture on Instagram at the moment to see if I still follow any of them, to see if I can show you guys a picture. But we were all at the Bean taking pictures now. We were all trying to, be good and whatever. I see them. I get into a picture with them, I think. Take it. And then when I see it posted, I don't see myself in the picture. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I know you're not petty enough not to put me in the picture. Like, no boy is petty enough to crop somebody out of a freaking picture. So at this point, I'm just like, wow. So you guys are big time mad. Did nobody else really post a picture? Oh yeah, now I remember. That's why I was kind of, a little shady about it, because Bailey was the only person that posted the fucking picture. Nobody else posted the picture, and I was like, what the fuck? I saw either the same one I already took with them, or it was another one everybody posted, and nobody was even, and everybody was just like, okay, well fuck. And it was like, hey, all my friends and blah blah this or that. Cool. You do you. And I found that so shady. I was like, wow. So we're out here really acting crazy like that. But Chicago was only 2 days, so there wasn't really much else that could happen in Chicago besides that. And then, at the end, before we're about to leave, I see Blue. And I'm like, that's really fucked up that you're trying to cheat on your girlfriend or whatever. That's, like, really shitty, blah, blah, this or that. And then, me, Fender Bender, Casey, I don't remember if Banana was there. Maybe she was, but I know for a fact me and Fender Bender were like this, like, yeah, that's really fucked up. Actually, I think we all were even in agreement. Even Bailey were all like this, like, dang, maybe she like text her and talk to her, just like let her know what's going on. Just, like tell her like what's good and you've treated her or not. And he was really trying to just avoid this girl. I was like, boy, just tell her that you cheated, and if she don't want you, no more, she don't want you. Her dumb ass went back to him, so I don't know why he was worried, but that was that. But after we left Chicago and came back to Michigan, I don't know, the energy was just so weird and different. I can understand why maybe I was thinking like, oh, why are you up in a business like that? I can most definitely understand that. But at the same time, I feel like if somebody's doing something wrong to somebody else, you probably should say something. But that's not here nor there. But just so you guys know, this was only like a slightest beginning to it, because when I got back to Michigan, it was just like everything started going downhill. Shit started to kind of go missing. Rooms were always dirty. There was just a whole bunch of like different fiascos that were going on that made no sense. And I'm going to talk about that in my next video. But until then, enjoy, like, subscribe, share if you care. Peace.